All right, let me give you the solution for the exercise and also give you some explanations along the way. So hopefully you find the instructions on the textbook quite easy to follow. But for exists person with email, what we have is a select count. So we want to count how many customers are there with this email which is given. So select count, and here sometimes people will say star. You could do that, or you could pass a column in here, and then from customer where email equals to, and then the question mark. Then JDBC template has this method query for object, and basically this gives you one object, right? And in here we know that the result will be 0 or more than 0, right? So it's going to be a number. So therefore we can safely say that this will be an integer. Then email here, this is what gets passed into this question mark in here. And then to check whether there is someone with that email, all I'm doing is I'm saying count not equal to null, and count is bigger than 0. Now I could say count equals to 1, but we know for a fact that if someone tries to add someone into our database with the exact same email, we have a constraint in place that will prevent that. So if I open up the database, and in here, if I write the exact same query, so let's say select and then count. So count could be uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't really matter. And here, let's just say ID, or you could say star for all columns, and then from, and then customer, where, and then email equals to, within single quotes in here, let's just say this email right here. Just pick any email, to be honest. So paste that in, semicolon there, and then enter, and you can see that we have 1, right? If we basically say an email that doesn't exist, we get 0, right? So this is what I was saying. So we either get 0 or 1. Back to IntelliJ, then the other method, so exists person with ID, is the exact same thing, but the where clause is ID instead of email, and then this logic is the exact same thing. Let's have a look at delete customer by ID. So this is trivial. Delete from the table customer where ID equals to, and then question mark. So here we say JDBC template, update, and then pass the SQL, and then the customer ID. So remember, anything that has to do with delete, inserts, we use update from the documentation, remember? Then for update customer, so update customer is a little bit more involved in the sense that when we receive the customer update in here, we are expecting two things. One, we are expecting that the customer ID is present. So if we look at the method here, I think it's update customer, yeah, inside of the service class. So here, we grab the customer like so, right? So we get the customer here, and then we check whether there are changes, and if there are changes, then we basically invoke our DAO, passing the customer. Now this is the customer that we want to update. If I go inside to our class again, so here, update customer, here what we're doing is we're checking whether the name is not equal to null, and then I'm specifically updating just the name. So update customer, set name equals to question mark, where ID equals to question mark. Then update in here, JDBC template.update, because we are modifying data, we pass the SQL, and then the parameters are the name and then the ID. And then I print that basically the result, we should get 1. So the number of rows affected. We do the same for age. So if age not equal to null, update customer, set age equal to question mark, where ID equals question mark. And basically it's the same as before, but we just change age in here, right? So we get age, and the column here will be age. We also do the same for email. So update dot get email not equal to null. The SQL is update customer, set email, where set email equals to question mark, where ID equals to question mark. The SQL we pass into the JDBC template update method, and here we just change this to update. Cool. And this, to be honest, is it. So if I restart and open up Postman, and in here, let's get all customers. So let's just send. You can see that we get all customers. We have this customer 23, which was added. Then if we want to add a new person here, so let's just say that this is, I don't know, Beast, for example. And the email will be Beast right here, and age, I don't know, 33. So we can post. You can see that this works. If we get everyone again, you see that we have Beast in here. Now, if we try to add Beast again, you can see that email already taken in here. So this is good news. Then let's try delete Beast. So Beast ID is 24. So we send a delete request. So delete in here to path, and then what was it again? Was 24. So /24, send. You can see that it's gone. If we send again, so customer with ID 24 not found. Awesome, it's working. Now let's add Beast again. So here we're going to add Beast and then get Beast. So here now ID is 25. Let's update now Beast. So ID is 25. So 25. So this is a put request. And then here we're going to say Mr. and then Beast. So we just want to update basically the name and email actually. So let's say that here we say MR and then at beast.com. So mrbeast.com and then age. Let's just leave this out. So same age, right? Now, if I send this request, you can see that this works. If I get now, so have a look, Beast, we updated the name as well as email, and we left age as it is. If we send get all customers, and if we look at Beast, you can see that we updated the name as well as the email. And also what I didn't show you was that we can get customer by ID. So / and then 25 in here, send, and we have Mr. Beast. Cool. This is pretty much it. So just make sure that you can do all of this using get, post, delete, as well as put, and we done it. We managed to use JDBC template to implement our interface. If you have any questions for this exercise, do let me know. Otherwise, catch you in the next one.